Guys, this is Sean, and today we are playing this. I've just picked it up from Games Workshop. You're playing Space Wolves?
Yep,
Wolves versus Vampires?
Yeah.
And how much shooty goodness have either of us got?
1 unit.
with a bow pistol?
No, whirlwind launcher.
Fair enough. I've got some, so let's have a quick look through the armies and the deployment. It's going to be interesting and it's going to be combat-y.
2, right?
Yeah, let's have a look there. Right guys, so welcome back to the channel. We're back down at Darlington Dogs of War, and the new Blood Angels are out in force, and I'm playing off against Sean's Space Wolves, so classic Tale of Twilight. It's going to be brutal. There's lots of combat-y goodness, not so much shooty goodness. There's a lot of new rules for the Blood Angels, but unfortunately, Sean has turn 1, unless I seize, which means that a lot of the benefits that I get aren't going to be useful because I don't want to scout very far forward. I'm playing the Relic just to keep it nice and simple and charge into the middle and fight, because why not? Right, so for Blood Angels I'm running a Baal Strike Force and then 2 of the new formations. Heading up the Baal Strike Force, we've got Commander Dante with a unit of 5 Sanguinary Guard with the Chapter Banner and 1 Infernus Pistol in there. We've then also got a Sanguinary Priest with a Jump Pack, and we've also got a Relic Blade on him. So that's a nice 2-up save followed by 5-up Feel No Pain, plus Weapon Skill 5, Strength 5, Initiative 5, Mastercrafted Power Weapons on the charge. Who doesn't love that? And that is it for the Baal Strike Force that's on the table. We'll show you what is in reserve. But we've also got a Lucifer Armoured Task Force, which grants Scout and 3 overcharged engines to 3 units of Predators and a Land Raider. So I've got a Redeemer here, and that obviously now has Fast and Scout, because who doesn't love 24-inch movement followed by 2 Flamestorm Cannons? We've got a Dakar Pred, we've got a Flamer Pred, and then we've got a Las Pred. All of them have Dozer Blades, Stormbolters, and they've got overcharged engines free of charge. Tech Marine from that detachment is inside the Land Raider. He does have a, I want to say, servo harness with a plasma cutter and flamer on there as well. And then, like I said, there was 8 Death Company in there, 1 with a power sword and 1 with a plasma pistol. And then the other 2 units of Death Company are here. We've got a unit of 7 with 2 power weapons and a Thunder Hammer, and we've got a unit of 8 here with the Warlord. It is the Lamarcus model, but I'm just using him as the normal Death Company chaplain from the new Angel's Blade book. So he does have an Infernus pistol, 2 power weapons, and a Thunder Hammer in there. And obviously we've got quite a bit in reserve. Let's have a look at the reserves. Right, so these are the reserves. So rounding out the Death Company Strike Force is, of course, the Death Company Dreadnought with a Melter Gun and Heavy Flamer in a drop pod. And then the rest of the Baal Strike Force, there's 2 Assault Squads with 2 Melter Guns each in a drop pod. We've got a Furiosa Dreadnought with a Frag Cannon and Heavy Flamer in a drop pod. We've got 2 5-man tactical squads, 1 with a Melter Gun, 1 with a Heavy Flamer, each of them in a drop pod. And then we've got a 10-man tactical squad with a Heavy Flamer and Melter Gun in a drop pod. So that's 7 drop pods all together.
So we have a Wolfclaw Strike Force using the Great Pack with Harold Deathwolf, a unit of Thunderwolf Cavalry, Grey Hunters in the Razorback, with Bloodclaws in the Razorback next to them, then unit of Longfangs with missile launchers, and a second unit of Longfangs with plasma cannons. Then we have the Spear of Rus with a Iron Priest and Thunderwolf, with a Raider Redeemer and a Whirlwind. Then a Wolfen Murder Pack. So the Wolfen, 1 squad is in the Raider, the other squad's with Harold. Then we have the Wolfkin, which is 2 units of 15 Fenrisian Wolves as 1 big squad.
That's horrible.
Not really. Then there is the Wormstone Brotherhood, which have been split up to join the Grey Hunters and the Bloodclaws.
Right, so here's Sean's reserves. He's got the Wolfen and Ulrich in the Land Raider. We've got a unit of Grey Hunters and Bloodclaws in each Razorback with one of the Librarian equivalents, what they're called?
Rune Priests.
And then we've got 2 units of Grey Hunters. I'm guessing that's a unit of 6 with a Melter Gun.
Yeah.
Unit 5 with one of the other Rune Priests, and then we've got a unit of 10 there as well. And the final fourth one is with the Wolfen in the Land Raider.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, so as per the rules for the new Death Company Strike Force detachment, I got a free 6-inch move, and of course this guy has moved 6 inches forward. Now, the FAQ states that scout moves happen after Seize the Initiative, and of course, what I would love to do is move this Land Raider 12 inches forward for scout, followed by 12 inches for fast, and then torch these with 2 Flamestorm cannons, Sean. No, because I am going second, unless I seize, I don't want to push my tanks forward, because then he'll just charge and kill the rear armour of 10. So, do I seize on a 6? Oh! Sean, I'm so sorry. So yeah, this is after movement. Sean, how do you feel?
Good, really. Says you running across the field.
Fair enough. So these guys have moved 12 inches as well as their 6-inch move prior to turn 1. We've got a single drop pod landed down here with 2 melter guns in. The Baal Predator, Scout, and flat out, well, no, not flat out, just moves 12 because it's fast, and we're still going to have 2 templates on their missile launchers. The Death Company Dreadnought, unfortunately, scattered way back, so he's only going to have a single melter gun shot to do anything with. I thought about holding him back, but I thought, why not just push him forward? He's going to get charged regardless. So, yeah. We've got another drop pod with 2 melter guns in there, going for the Land Raider. We've got the Dakar Pred at the back here, which is going to be shooting down some wolves, start to thin that squad out. That did do its scout move, but it hasn't moved in the movement phase, therefore it can shoot everything. Meanwhile, over here, we've got the Flamestorm cannons going to look to take out the Plasma Cannon Longfangs and the Skyclaws as well. And then we've got the Furioso Dreadnought laying down the Frag Cannon across them as well. So a lot of fast moving, in-your-face stuff, which I think Sean's happy at. But we'll see. Dante, meanwhile, is holding back. He needs to get the charge for all them added extra bonuses. So hopefully Sean might take some bait from maybe the Death Company, Dreadnought, maybe not. He has also got 2 drop pods coming in as well, so I need something at the back to hopefully take them out. Right, so these Marines with the melter guns did a good job and managed to blow up the Razorback here. Unfortunately, we didn't kill any of the guys inside. Meanwhile, yeah, we killed a lot of the Longfangs thanks to the Heavy Flamer and the Flamestorm Cannon on this. I thought about directing it this way, but I would only have 1 Wolfen that would be within range before I would hit Harold. So I thought, nope, not yet. The Death Company poured their bow pistols in and didn't kill any either, so we're going to make a charge, but it is 9 inches that we would have to get. The Baal Predator from over there lay waste to 5 wolves altogether. The drop pods even... Well, that drop pod lent support, but Sean made his cover save. The Death Company Dreadnought took a lucky shot at the Land Raider with his melter gun, but unfortunately did nothing. And these 2 guys, despite hitting the Land Raider, unfortunately both rolled a 4 for armor pen. So no damage done there. And you may notice that the Longfangs and Skyclaws at this side have gone. The Frag Cannon and the Heavy Flamer and both Flamestorm Cannons made mincemeat of both squads, and the Flamestorm Cannon even managing to glance at the front armour of the Whirlwind. So the Blood Angels are making their way straight into the Wolf deployment zone, which is what Sean wants because he now wants to charge. Yeah,
with everything.
I do have 1 charge to make though, which will be those guys, and yeah, those made the morale check. I want to steal Sean's dice because I just fancy using your dice, mate. So a 9-inch charge, but obviously you would get Overwatch. That's a 10, so you've got Overwatch, 2 crack missiles, I presume, to double us out?
Yeah, why not? Nothing.
No hits, so the Death Company even make it in here. Ouch. So yeah, the Death Company made the charge, but then Sean moved them. And
Counter-charge.
yeah, you counter-charge, but you get to re-roll 1 dice for the charge. You need the 10-inch charge, rolled a 7, re-rolled the 1 for a 4. And then did that to me Death Company. Yeah. The Chaplain managed to do 2 wounds on Harold, and the weight of numbers and dice from the Death Company killed 1.5.
Yeah.
And then the Thunderhammer managed to double out that half guy and another one. However, thanks to swinging back when you kill them, and then swinging anywhere, absolutely annihilated the squad. Yeah, I don't like them. They're not very nice, Sean.
No, they aren't.
So now he's consolidated towards me other little Death Star, which he will probably make mincemeat of. Probably. So yeah, let's move on to Space Wolf, turn 1. Right, so Sean's moving these guys forward, and I really wish the sheer weight of attacks of the Death Company had done more damage. I mean, it was 35 attacks just from the 7 guys, and we did nothing. But is he going to charge these Death Company? Is he going to charge Dante? I'm guessing he's probably going to go to Dante, and I'm hoping that these guys can do enough damage. Maybe. We've got the Grey Hunters landing here, and the Melter Gun, of course, managing to get round almost far enough to the back armour. And we've got a lot of Wolves going for that Baal Predator. I think that's going to go. The guys over here looking to take on the Assault Marines, and then we've got the Thunder Wolves charging this way. Are they going for the Land Raider though, or are they going for the Assault Marines? That is the question. Meanwhile, in the centre, Ulrich has jumped out with the Wolfen, and they are Strength 6 on the charge, so he can glance the front armour, and he will swing at Initiative 5, which is not good for me. So it seems as though Space Wolves get more love than Blood Angels. It was the Zappy Bolt of Lightning thingy, Eye of the Storm thingy.
From the Rune Priest who counts as the Eye of the Storm.
Yeah, so because that guy counts as the Eye of the Storm, Sean had 5d6 and you got 15, which was a low roll, but it's Strength 7 with Tesla. Yeah, he rolled 4 penetrating hits and God knows how many glances on the Dreadnought, so he killed it in the Psychic phase. Not good, because if he'd charged and I'd survived, I would have killed some of them Wolfen in return. I would have. So yeah, let's move on to shoot. Right, so shooty, deathy goodness. Melter Guns, unsurprisingly, blew up the Land Raider. Land Raider? Predator. I've lost 2 more Death Company, thanks to the crack missiles on these guys. And the Blood Claws back there took on some of the Assault Marines, but failed to do anything. The Assault Cannon from the Land Raider tried to damage this drop pod, but failed. And the Assault Cannon from that Land Raider managed to get a pen and stun that drop pod. However, we lost the Sanguinary Guard with the banner, thanks to a bloody bolt gun, Storm Bolter on that. Yeah, rolled a 1 and then a 5. Failed me 5, feel no pain even. So, Sean, you've got out on some charges.
Well, run moves, so the Wolfen in charge.
Oh, run moves?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, the Wolfen? 3, but their rule gives them +3, doesn't it?
No, that's everyone but the Wolfen.
Oh, right.
So they can't get their own charge. And that's got a Wolfen to run in 3 as well.
3 inches as well. Right, and then they're going to charge as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
But how could
Right, so down here these guys charged in and of course cut through the Assault Marines. 1 Melter Gun doing a single wound on Overwatch to the cavalry at the front. And of course these guys with 100 attacks absolutely annihilated that Predator that was there. They don't get to consolidate. However, Ulrich and the Wolfen charged in here and Dante tanked a lot like a boss. Strength 6, AP 2, Shred Claws. That's horrible. Sean, that is absolute filth. Dante is on 1 wound and 3 Sanguinary Guard are left, so, and the Priest is on 1 wound thanks to Ulrich as well. I then thought, great, I'll hit and run out and then charge back in and at least take the unit before they charge. And I've just rolled a 6 for me hit and run. Yeah. So I'm not charging back in, which means that Wolf is probably going to take out the rest of the squad. So that is it for Wolves turn 1. Let's move into Blood Angels turn 2. Right, so movement phase for Blood Angels turn 2. The Dreadnought unfortunately wouldn't have been within charge range or flamer range of those guys, so he's going to kill the Whirlwind and hopefully get me Linebreaker. Meanwhile, these guys have all leapt out of the Land Raider, and yeah, Flame Storm template across them, multi-melter assault cannon, plus all of these rapid fire bolt guns, then still charge, hopefully should. Yep, and 2 plasma pistols in there as well. You're going to be disappointed if they're not dead. Okay, I'll try my best. 10-man tactical squad has landed. The Melter Gun 1 will go for the Land Raider. The Flamer will go for these. The other Heavy Flamer squad landed there and is going for these. Attack squad with the Melter Guns is going for those. And these guys are going to try and take out those 2 because those 2 are lethal. And they're going to kill them guys if I don't do something. Dante is unfortunately stuck in combat, which is not good, but then we've got fire support from the Bile Predator to hopefully start and eat away at Ulrich. Not Ulrich, Harold. Harold. Yeah. So let's move on to my non-existent sighting phase and then shooting. Right, so a bit of a mixed turn for shooting there. This guy with the melter gun managed to double out one of the Wolfen, but the rest of the squad failed to do anything. The Bile Predator even shot across at Harold and failed to wound, and the drop pods even shot the Stormbolters in and failed to do anything. However, we killed a lot of wolves.
21.
Is that how many we killed? 21. Nice. That was between 2 heavy flamers and then all the rapid fire bolt guns. We managed to get rid of the 2 crack missiles with the assault squad there, but obviously they're going to now take fire from everything else. Down here, a flame storm, an assault cannon, and a multi-melter, and the Death Company managed to lay waste to most of this squad. Fast Land Raiders. Fantastic, Richard, especially when they're sitting still. 3 straight at 1, and then power the machine spirit at something else. Fantastic stuff, definitely. Death Company will be charging in. It's a bit of a longer charge now, but hopefully we shall make it. Meanwhile, this guy managed to get a single glance with the frag cannon, and that was it. So, shooting, not too bad, not too bad. Hopefully, depending on how this combat goes, but I'm slightly concerned about these guys over here. Right, so combat's down here. We managed to do quite a lot of damage, I think.
You killed one more.
Well, yeah, but that's a lot of damage. Dante killed the Wolfen. The Wolfen swung back thanks for killing them, and I decided not to kill Dante off. I didn't know what to do. Tank it on Dante, or try feel no pains on the guard. Shaun got 5 wounds. I passed 2 feel no pains on the guard, and the 3 of them died. The priest swung at Ulrich, but failed to do anything. And then Ulrich and the Marine librarian swung back, but killed the priest. Dante had to take a wound on his 2 up, but he managed to pass his feel no pain because he failed, and he's hit and ran out up to here. Only 12-inch run away from him, hopefully. We've still got this combat down here to work out, so hopefully we can do some damage down there and start to push back into the Space Wolves lines. Right, so down here, the weight of dice from the Death Company managed to kill the Iron Priest on cavalry there. Strength 5, thanks to Furious Charge, really come in handy. And we've had to spread out because Shaun has Flamestorm cannons there. Yay. No. And yeah, like I said, Dante hit and ran over there, and those guys will consolidate. So we're now on to Space Wolves turn 2, and this is a bloody game shot. Actually, okay. However, these guys need a morale check. We've got to do that in the shooting phase. Cool. Right, so Space Wolves turn 2. Right, so the rule for Shaun's Wolf in this turn is an extra 3-inch movement. So those guys are probably looking to take out Tactical Marines there. Ulrich and the other Rune Priest have moved to join the Wolfen, who are probably going for them. The Wolves are going to try and take out that squad. Harold has broke off from the Wolfen and he's going after that Bile Predator. He does get a reroll, but it's still an 8-inch charge. Meanwhile, the Land Raider has moved around looking to purge both these guys and the tactical squad there. And these guys are looking to probably take on this tactical squad, and these ones take on that assault squad. So it's back and forth every turn. I think Shaun's going to do a lot of damage to me, but then I've got damage to do back and so forth. I don't think I like my chances here. No. Right, let's see what happens in the psychic and shooting phase. Right, so in the psychic phase, Ulrich was the Eye of the Storm. I managed to cast Living Lightning, was it?
The Rune Priest.
The Rune Priest did.
Ulrich, yeah.
Ah, so that guy cast it and managed to absolutely purge those Marines there. And in the psychic phase, that guy used something or other to kill one of the guys there. In the shooting phase, they managed to kill a single Marine. These guys, plus the Flamestorm cannon on the Land Raider, purged the tactical squad that was in the middle and a few of those guys. And the assault cannon killed a 1 Death Company at the front. The Tech Marine there tanking the Flamestorm cannon on this side. And that was it for shooting, apart from we lost 1 guy here. So the only morale check that we have to make is those 2 there. And they pass it on a 6. So we're now going on to the assault phase. Right, so down here we lost 2 guys in combat, but we managed to pass morale. The Wolfen managed to explode the drop pod here and take a single wound. Meanwhile, this one is dropped to a single hull point thanks to a glance from the priest and Ulrich. We lost the 2 guys there thanks to the wolves. We did kill 1 in return. And down here, we managed to kill 1 wolf. And yeah, Shaun killed 2 of mine. Meanwhile, at this side, 2 hull points are gone from the Baal Predator. It is stunned, however, thanks to Harold's AP2 axe. So things are a problem because we don't have very much left. I've only got the Dreadnought, the Tech Marine, and Dante's Infernus pistol left to take this out. But if I shoot Dante at the Land Raider, I can't go after Harold. And I want to kill Harold badly. So yeah, these guys, however, will start to move across. It's still going to be back and forth. There's still a lot that both of us can do, to be honest. So let's move into Blood Angels turn 3. Right, so Dante has jumped down to here because he's within 3 inches of the Land Raider for that melter effect, and hopefully between firepower from the Baal Predator plus the drop pods that are lying around, might be able to get lucky and kill Harold. But we've then got the rest of the shooting. This guy's just ran and he's hoping to get up here and eventually take out the Land Raider, hopefully. However, fast Land Raiders are fantastic, so what we're going to do is we pulled up here. We're going to use the normal ballistic skill to fire 2, which will be the assault cannon and the flamestorm, at the wolves, hopefully clearing enough space for the Death Company to then charge through to the Grey Hunters. But the multi-melter will use power of the machine spirit to fire back over into this. And that's it, because we've got 4 Marines holding that entire side of the table. So yeah, hopefully things will move around. Neither of us have got a lot left, to be honest. So let's move on to shooting and see what happens. Right, so in the shooting phase, it was actually the drop pods. There was 4 scattered around that can actually get line of fire in on Harold, and we stripped him down to 1 wound. Dante then fired his Infernus pistol last, and unfortunately did nothing. So yeah, he's going to have to charge. Meanwhile, down here, this guy, the Land Raider, managed to clear off the wolves, giving the Death Company a clear charge. Then the Death Company haven't shot, because if I kill that lead guy, I'm going to be too short on the charge. The Tech Marine's going to be charging in here, and unfortunately the multi-melter, despite power of the machine spirit, failed to even hit the Land Raider. So I'm hoping that the Strength 9 servo harness can at least get a hull point or 2 on that guy. So let's move on to assault. Right, so combat's down here. The Death Company, without the power sword, managed to cut through 3 or 4 of the Marines, and then the power sword guy managed to do 3 wounds, killing the Rune Priest and the last Marine. Meanwhile, down here, the Tech Marine, with 2 attacks thanks to charging, hit once, and then failed to do anything. It was expected, but never mind. Meanwhile, down here, we're going to film this one because this is going to be a bit nasty. Dante made the charge thanks to the reroll for not using his jump pack in the movement phase. So, with both weapon skill 6, so we hit on 4s. Dante has 4 attacks base, +1 for charge, +1 for 2 weapons. But I hit on 4s with Master Crafted for 1. Oh, that's not so good. So I only hit 3 times, but I'm strength 7 thanks to +2 strength and Furious Charge. So that is 3 wounds at AP2. Shaun has a 3-up in run. Oh, he's gone. Harold has been cut down. Dante will consolidate a whole 6 inches here to hide from the guys up there. So that is it for the Blood Angels turn. We've managed to stamp back a little bit. Actually, no, it's not it, because we've got 2 combats up there to work out. Let's work those out and see who comes up better up there. Right, so as expected, the guys with the force weapons, runic axe and runic sword, have managed to cut through both Marine squads there. Shaun's just rolled his reserves, and what was the thing for the Wolfen to get an extra 3-inch movement?
It's the bestial swiftness.
Which is?
3 plus movement, run moves, and charge moves.
Yeah, so, yeah, he's going to be highly mobile, but he does have a drop pod coming in. I'm guessing you're going for Dante?
I was tempted to melt with that. It's got 2 melt guns in it.
Oh. I'd probably do that, to be honest. Because, like, that's the only thing, pretty much the only thing I've got left to kill the Land Raider. But it's up to you. Where do you want to go?
There, so kind of start.
And where's it go? Straight in front of the Dreadnought. So it is going to hit the front armour, but strength 8, only needing 5s, it should go through. But then again, my melters should have gone through those Land Raider armour at the back. Never mind. Right, let's move on to Shaun's movement. Right, so in the movement phase, these guys have all moved up here, and the Grey Hunters are going for the Relic that Shaun has finally remembered about instead of just killing stuff.
Well, kill things first, and then grab objectives.
Yeah, definitely. The Land Raiders pull back ever so slightly to have a shot at the Tech Marine, and we've got the Grey Hunters here looking to take out the Dreadnought. Meanwhile, we lost a lot of the Death Company here thanks to, what's the power called? Eye of the Storm. The Living Storm. This guy was the Eye of the Storm and got 27.
Yeah.
I failed 5 armor saves, 7 armor saves, and I passed 3 feel no pain. So we lost 4 guys there, but I'm pretty sure that they are going to get shot to shit, even with just bolt guns. So yeah, I've only got 5 infantry models left. If Shaun does kill them, I think we would probably call it there, because then I can't actually get the objective at all. So let's see what he does. We might do another round or 2 of shooting just for sheer destruction. But come on, Shaun, bring it. Right, so shooting phase, the 2 melters put 2 hull points on the Dreadnought and unfortunately double stunned him, so he's not doing nothing in his next turn. Meanwhile, across here, the Death Company are alive. They're probably going to get charged by all of this. And I've just realised that Shaun doesn't have that much infantry left either, so if I can actually hose them down, neither of us would be able to control the Relic, so we are going to keep going for it. So what's happening over here then, Shaun? Who's charging?
They're both charging now.
Who's going first though?
They are.
Okay, let's get our Overwatch resolved and see what happens. Right, so as expected, the Wolfen alone managed to make mincemeat of the Death Company. We did swing back, but unfortunately did no damage, and yeah. So straight into the movement phase, Dante has leapt over, looking to hopefully take out this squad, maybe steal the Relic, maybe. But we'll have to see if he can make it into combat. There's a lot of guys to get through there. The Baal Predator is going to lend some support to him and hopefully thin them out so that he may survive the Overwatch. The Dreadnought here would have been able to handle these guys, however he is stunned, so he can't do a thing about it. So luckily the fast Land Raider Redeemer is going to flame storm these, then assault cannon them to hopefully take most of them out. Multi-melter at the Land Raider, see if we can do some damage, and then the Storm Bolters are going to hopefully pepper these couple of guys here. It's a shame I couldn't stop Shaun getting Linebreaker with that one pod over there, but never mind. The fight is most definitely down in this corner, and we'll have to see who comes off better. Right, so the plan didn't go too badly at all. Believe it or not, the Land Raider cleared the entire unit of Grey Hunters from down here, and the multi-melter managed to immobilise this, unfortunately not blowing it up. In the centre here, the Baal Predator and Dante managed to kill all but one of the Grey Hunters, so he does need a morale check, Shaun, which he passes. And then Storm Bolter fire from these 3 Storm Bolters, and this one here only managed to put a single wound on this guy here. I was hoping to at least weather that unit a little bit. Ulrich has lost a wound, the Rune Priest has lost a wound, and the Wolfen is still on 2. So these are the only infantry models that Shaun still has left. So hopefully we'll have enough firepower to kill it, and yeah, hopefully we'll have to see what happens though. Right, so Dante leapt in and of course swang and killed the lonely Grey Hunter that was there. Meanwhile, the Rune Priest is detached from the Wolfen and Ulrich, and he's met up with the Grey Hunters. Shaun getting that extra 3-inch movement again, and Dante is my last infantryman, and he's on 1 wound. So hopefully he'll survive, but with that firepower and the sight phase coming up, I doubt very much. Meanwhile, Ulrich and the Lone Wolfen have gone that way to potentially take out the Land Raider. All I need to do is stop Shaun's infantry. I've got 1 turn to do it, and if I manage to kill all of his infantry, I'll keep them away and from the Relic, then I might be able to win, because I've got First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker for the minute. He's got Linebreaker, so basically if he gets the Relic, he wins. If I keep him off it, I win. So, Psychic Phase, and I'm not looking forward to this. Right, so in the Psychic Phase, Shaun managed to get 15 wounds on Dante with the Living Storm. Despite only the 3d6, he did roll several 6s to hit, generating extra wounds, and then he's ran, plus the extra 3 inches thanks to Wolfen, onto the Relic. Hopefully we can blow him off it next turn. Hopefully. Meanwhile, across this side, the Flamestorm Cannon got another glance on this drop pod, and the assault cannon went for the dreadnought, failed to do anything. And across here, the Wolfen is charging in at the Land Raider. So, do you want to do his attacks now, Shaun? He's going to make the charge anyway because he's 2 inches away. So, hitting on 3s. Third enemy to Ulrich. Oh, and then 4s. That is 3 glances. And I survive. Wow. So yeah, that is it. Let's move on to Blood Angels, turn 5. Right, so as the sun is setting, the Blood Angels are making a last-ditch attempt. The Baal Predator is going to shoot as much as it can into this unit, and we're going to have to work out the order that the drop pods shoot as well. The Land Raider on 1 hull point made a tank shock, and these guys moved straight out the way, so they are going to get the multi-melter and an assault cannon just to 2 guys, but the Flame Storm can come back over and hit them too. We've also got the Dreadnought finally able to move, looking to drop some templates on these 2 guys as well. All we have to do is kill 5 Marines and those, but especially these guys, because they've got the Relic, and that's winning Shaun the game at the minute. Let's come back after shooting and see what damage we can do. Right, so after all that carefully lined up firepower, this guy is left on 1 wound. The assault cannon even got 2 rends from here, and Shaun look outside to kill the other 2 guys, and the Stormbolter did 1 wound. He's on 1 wound. 1 wound. Meanwhile, back here, the Wolfen took a single wound thanks to the frag cannon on the Dreadnought at the back there. So he is going to charge in. But yeah, we're only going to manage this if the game continues. But the problem is, Shaun says he's going to put him straight in that Land Raider on his turn, even though it's immobilized. So yes, I will now charge my Dreadnought at your Wolfen.
Grimmy, so Overwatch with his plasma pistol.
Okay, well that's a 7-inch charge. Nothing.
So feel the pain so he doesn't kill himself.
So yeah, 7-inch charge, he makes it in. And I believe I go at the same time as Ulrich, but you can't hurt my front armour.
Are you armour 13?
I am.
Grimmy.
So, Hammer of Wrath. No wound. I've then got 5 attacks, because the errata means I'll get 4. 1 wound at strength 10. Pass your in run. Now I've got no more Dreadnought. Howie then, swing your Wolfen. What's your weapon skill?
Weapon skill 4.
So that was 1 hit.
Strength 10 to 10.
Shit, it's gone. And I was relying on him killing them. Yes. No, that is not so good. Oh crap. Right, so Shaun's entire turn, he jumped the Rune Priest straight into the Land Raider. This guy managed to get a snap shoot and glance on the front armour of the Predator, glancing it to death, which is now the problem. However, the Wolfen charged in, swang, hit 4 times and failed to damage the Land Raider. So, I have Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and I've definitely got Linebreaker Shaun. Shaun has Linebreaker, and he's got the Relic. And Warlord, so puts him at 5 points. So, he is winning, but I need to crack open the Land Raider, and with a single multi-melter and some assault cannon shots, I don't think I'm going to get through it. However, does the game continue on to turn 6, Shaun? 3+ it does. It does. Let's see if we can do it. Right, so things are going in our favour. We use Power of the Machine Spirit with the multi-melter onto the Land Raider, blew it up, and it was Stormbolter fire from the drop pods that managed to kill the final Rune Priest's last wound. The Flamestorm cannon here doing nothing to these guys. It's now hotting up. This is Shaun's last 2 infantry models. We're on turn 6. All he's got to do is get across to there, and if the game ends, he wins. So Shaun, do you want to roll on your Wolfen chart and see what rule you get? Right, so this could be the last turn, but Shaun is also hoping for a turn 7. So what he's done is he's separated Ulrich and the Wolfen. The Wolfen's going to hopefully take this guy, the Land Raider, out in combat because it's the last of me heavy firepower. Meanwhile, Ulrich has moved and ran towards the objective, and Shaun was hoping to get lucky with the assault cannon and do a last hull point onto this Stormbolter drop pod, minimising the firepower that Ulrich would take. Ulrich and the Wolfen are both on 1 wound. So Shaun, this guy's going to charge in. He's going to make it because you're within an inch. Attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh. Single 4 and he's done it. There you go. But that 6 could explode it.
No.
No. So the Land Raider's gone and the Wolfen doesn't get to consolidate. So let's move. Actually, we don't move on. Roll a dice, and on a 4+, I win. Oh, no. Opposite way around, sorry. On a 4+, you could win, but I have to kill Ulrich. So let's see what we can do. I've only got a couple of Stormbolters, but that's it. Right, so we're down to literally drop pods for me. We've got these 3 drop pods, can just see Ulrich, and this one. We've rolled to hit, we've rolled to wound, we've got 3 wounds. Ulrich is on a single wound. If I kill him, I don't think the Wolfen can reach even with these extra things. So no, if I kill Ulrich, I win. If I don't, Shaun automatically wins because I can't stop him. So basically, this is the last dice roll of the game. 1.
No pain.
That's a 4. Oh, wow. What absolute brutality. Shaun, what have you got left? 2 drop pods. 2 drop pods, a Razorback, and a single Wolfen on 1 wound. Whereas I have, what, 5 drop pods? Wow. Number 1, I don't like Wolfen.
Not many people do.
No, they are absolutely disgusting. Number 2, I think the Blood Angel Death Stars, if they don't get charged by Wolfen, would probably be alright.
Yeah.
But don't charge Wolfen.
No.
AP2 Frost Claws at strength 6 with Shred.
Yeah, just don't charge.
And especially with Ulrich.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the first time I played competitive wolves on that level, so I was a bit shocked at how powerful they were. But I think turn 1 and 2 took us, what, 3 hours nearly to play? And then turns 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 took, what, an hour and a half, Richard? Yeah. So absolute sheer brutality. I do like some of the new Blood Angel formations. Stay tuned though, and I'm going to go through the rest of the formations and lay them out on the gaming table and talk through them, see what you guys think. The mat today is supplied by urbanmats.com, and today's game is filmed at Darlington Dogs of War. Please check them out on Facebook. There's loads of other games ongoing, not just 40k. I'll post a link to that in the description. Thanks very much for watching, folks, and I hope you've enjoyed the bloodshed between the vampires and werewolves.